this channel, we started with a maker box back in February of 2019. So 7 years ago, a little over 7 years ago. And I started this channel as a way to get my students more involved in kind of STEM activities outside of what I did in the classroom. I really was big into 3D printing and wanted to get the kids involved. And I was tired of repeating myself. Honestly, that's how this channel started. 7 years later, we're almost at 1,500 subscribers. And after coming back from Rapid a couple weeks ago, I have a huge network of people that just want to see students succeed and they want to help out. So one of the companies I reached out to was eSUN. They're a filament distributor, and they sent me this care package, this box of supplies. I haven't opened it yet. They did send me like a tracking number and stuff and kind of a rough idea of what's in here. So I know we are getting some filament, but they want me to do some videos on them. So I figured, let's kick it old school. Let's do like I did how we started. We'll go back to our roots. We'll do an unboxing for you guys. We'll look at some of the filaments. I'll look them up as we go. And next week, I will start a series where we are going to print with all this stuff. And so if you have any ideas of what we should do, how we should, torture these rolls of filament, put them to the test and see what they could do. Obviously, we're going to print a Benchy, but if you have any ideas, leave them down in the comments and let me know. So let's get started. We'll kind of open this guy up, and let's see what we got coming. So this came all the way from China, and we will see what we got going on in here. All right. So inside, 3 full rolls of filament. I don't know which ones they are yet, but I told my students that when I first started this channel that I was going to do this as a like I said, I was tired of repeating myself, and I kind of used it as a way to show them that they could, chase their dreams, do what they were after. Everybody wants to be a professional athlete. Everybody wants to do this. Everybody wants to do that. But it's all up here, and nothing ever happens until you kind of get out there and do it. So I just kept making videos, kept chugging along, and here I am. I have teachers calling me pretty much every day. Talking with Toby. Toby's one of my best friends now, and we've never actually met up in person. Just because we talked, right? And the worst they can say is no. So here's our first one we're looking at. It is a PLA white, and it looks like it's on a paper roll. So we have a white filament right there from eSUN. There's our first roll. Our next roll is a PLA light filament, and it's actually a gray. Okay, so we'll take a look there. Let's kind of see a gray kind of color. And our last one inside the box is a 175 black, so PLA plus. So I'm going to pull all these up on the computer, pull their descriptions up, and I'll show you. But we have a black PLA plus, a gray EPLA light, and then I think they're just basic generic. PLA plus as well, white PLA plus. So I'll pull those up. We'll jump over onto the computer, and we'll kind of see kind of the descriptions of these and kind of what they are. All right. Once we are to the website, you will see at eSUN, they have all kinds of filaments. So we have our PLA plus, PLA basic, PETG, ABS. They run TPU, some PETG. They have fiber reinforced, hardened stuff. This is kind of becoming the thing now that everybody's going to is spools, and you kind of throw a little twist lock spool on them. I know Bamboo does that, but it's kind of saving some material, and you'll get them for a little bit cheaper. So let's jump into the PLA. What do we have first? Let's do our white PLA plus. So if we jump onto our PLA plus, you'll see a huge variety of colors that they have. Currently on sale right now for $14.99 a spool. Let's scroll down. Let's see a little bit. So 1 1.75 millimeters, and their claims on this: high toughness upgrade, high precision, no plugs, no bubbles, no warping, high speed printing. So toughened and hard to break. They're kind of comparing it to, it's putting up numbers close to ABS without that the fumes that come up normally with ABS. So environmentally friendly 3D printing materials, good printing stability, low shrinkage, no warping, no cracking, smooth and delicate surface, compatible with 3D high temperature printing pens as well. So you can throw it in a pen as well. Pretty cool. Looks like you can drill into it. I'll have to try some of that. There's their report. Yeah, I mean, you see all the stuff that they're printing with it. I know that their slicers and their stuff, they have perfectly tuned. I know when you see some models on some websites, sometimes you're like, dude, how do they get that such good print? But it looks like a pretty dang good filament. And I mean, shoot, for $14.99, that's kind of hard to beat. I do see they have all their other stuff. Let's go back up to the top. I mean, look at that spread of colors: white, cold white, bone white. Oh, those are cool. The RGB blue, red, and green. You can kind of throw that into an AMS or a mosaic or something and kind of pick and choose your colors, have it mix. The coral orange is really nice. I ended up with, the name is just white. And then I believe the PLA Plus I got is also the gray, I want to say. PLA Plus black. Yeah, so I got the black and the white. Two common colors. When we were talking originally and we were kind of going back and forth, they asked me what colors I'd want to try out. And I said, I'm always down for any kind of crazy colors and new stuff. But at the end of the day, most of the time we're printing fixtures, jigs, just little one-off parts, little things that help us align stuff, or just a cool little something. And honestly, if we wanted a specific color and I don't have it, we end up printing it black or white anyways, and then we just paint over it. So cool little filament we got here. Next week I said I'm going to try this a little bit more. I'm currently filming this. It's Sunday at about 9 o'clock, and I had prom duty last night, so I'm a little tired, but I will have some prints to go run through this week, and then I'll have them for you guys next week. So it looks like their flash sale is going on for another 13 days after you guys see this. But yeah, so it's coming in here on these like cardboard paper rolls. So let's jump over to the PLA Lite, because that's the other one I got. So their PLA Lite, a little bit more expensive, $17.99 a roll. A lot less limited on color. So I ended up with the gray. So they have black, cold white, gray, fire engine red, yellow, periwinkle blue, red. I'll have to see the difference between fire engine red, regular blue, and green. And it looks like they don't have my gray in stock. Oh, gray is right there. Yeah, so the gray is right there. Looking at through these pictures, they're saying easy to print, same thing, no warping. Ration, 3D printing ration with high cost performance. So biological raw materials, safe and harmless. We'll have to look at that. Pretty good tolerance. We'll skip that one. There's your colors. So there's that black, white, the gray that I got. Oh no, that's the blue. Black, white, the blue. Let me see, what does it say? Oh, it doesn't have the color on it. I'm guessing that's that fire engine. There's that yellow, periwinkle blue, I'm guessing, regular red, that other blue, the black. Maybe that's the gray. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see through the screen. But yeah, new generation PLA, high cost effective, excellent printing performance. So they're kind of comparing it, it seems like, to some like environmentally friendly ones, but also with they're showing it on a bunch of different printers, kind of showing it like a high-end recycled option for a little bit cheaper than I guess what you would get some of these other ones. So newly upgraded environmentally friendly reels and packaging. Everybody's kind of going to these cardboard reels now, or the reusable reels. Yeah, the prints, I mean, they look pretty good. Single color. Yeah, so I mean, nothing really crazy to speak of. If we zoom in on the parameters, tensile strength, extruder temperature, yeah, typical range. But what I don't see, they didn't say anything about hardened nozzle, so I see a pretty good, let's see, cost effective, good layer adhesion, environmentally friendly. So you widely used in machinery, electronic, automobiles, decorations, cosplay, and other fields. Made with starch raw materials derived from renewable plant resources. So this one's a little bit different. Low odor, scrap is used to produce recyclable paper spool and packaging box. Comes in a sealed vacuum bag with desiccant bag, 3D printer film. Let's jump back over to the other PLA and let's see what that one said. The PLA Plus. I didn't click there. High compatibility, dimensional tolerance, easy to print. Has a higher strength and better toughness, not easy to break, low shrinkage. Also made with starch derived from plant resources. So I guess I need to look at all my other stuff and see kind of too if they are kind of going that route. But let's switch back over and we'll look at that PLA light. So one of the things I just saw in the description was that it comes on the PLA light comes on the cardboard roll. So the sticker, there we go. They put the sticker on the back. There we go. That shows the color. And then you get the parameters, the printing parameters on the front. So it says diameter, size, net weight, 1 kilogram, 1.75 millimeters. Print bed, it's looking temperature from anywhere from 190 to 230. Bed temperature, 45 degrees to 60 degrees Celsius. And fan 100%. So I think the way I want to do this, I'm going to be running these on my A1 Mini. I want to run it at a just the generic settings, no changes, no nothing. Print some Benchies, maybe even print some of the speed Benchies that Bamboo is known for. Doing that, and then I'll come up with my own model as well as kind of a torture test, but the Mesa Makes way. So let's see. This one is the white. Yeah, okay. So what I was looking at when I was looking on the computer right now is I saw that it said that it comes with, you can get it in the smaller, like reusable seals or spools, but this one actually comes on the roll. So again, this is the PLA white, PLA Plus white, and it is 210 to 230. So you do have to print this one a lot hotter. And 45 to 60 as well. So the PLA Plus being that stronger, it's probably got some sort of additive that makes it. I'm in a additive manufacturing class right now. I'd have to ask my professor, but he's the guy who pretty much wrote the book on materials and sustainability and stuff. So I'll ask him on Tuesday when we have class. And the last one we have, the PLA Plus, is that black. So same thing. We take a look inside. Generic, and you're pretty much your black PLA Plus logo label on the back. Desiccant pack. That seal is really nice. So that's the one thing I noticed. It's very, very tightly vacuum sealed. Some of the spools that I've gotten over the years aren't always, or maybe the seal was broken. So that's a good way they shipped it. And not a lot of extra waste in the box. So didn't come with a bunch of extra peanuts and packing foam and everything else. And this did come all the way from China. So all in all, I mean, I don't know how the stuff prints yet, but thank you guys. Thank you to eSUN for actually sending me some stuff. You guys are officially the first influencer partnership, I guess, that I have. But it's kind of crazy. I went from when we first started this channel, I was doing little filament samples that I got from that maker box. Barely learned how to draw. Now I'm teaching teachers how to draw, teaching you guys how to draw, developing stuff with other people, and just making some all around cool stuff. Working on some projects for my 3D printing class that I'm in, and just having an all around good time. So I guess a little bit of everything is thank you guys for getting me to where I am to be able to do this kind of influencing stuff. This is all new to me, so if I'm doing it wrong, somebody jump in and tell me. But I can't wait to try these filaments out. And if you guys are a filament supplier, or if one of you guys watching, or you know somebody and they want me to test it, by all means, send them my way. Like I said, I go through so much filament, and the only place we can get it right now around us is Hobby Lobby, or I gotta order it on Amazon and wait. But a lot of times that's my own personal money. So trying to get stuff for the kids to be able to print and just see what's out there. So all filament, no, I don't, is if it's free, it's going to be good to just test and see and let the kids play with it. So that's going to do it for us today. Tune in next week and I'll show you all the bits and pieces of what's changed and how we're going to go about it. So thank you guys for sticking with us, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.